Every time there was a Young Life event throughout my freshman and sophomore year by Tanya, and every time I kind of came up with an excuse like not to go because I just found it really hard to find a reason to connect with God at the time. It was just a time in my life where it was just difficult to find a reason. Like, it was God. Christianity really was widespread, like kind of hated across the internet, and being in a generation that grew up mainly through electronic devices, it was me trying to form my own opinions and find out what Christianity was to me. So I often was like, oh, I have marching band today. Yeah, I'm really tired, I don't want to go. But at the end of my junior year, kind of near the end, I finally just decided to like go to them because I was like, my friends keep inviting me, Tanya keeps inviting me, I might as well give it a shot again. So I went to a Young Life event and my friend Tegan spoke that night, and she kind of talked about just like a time in her life where God kind of showed up for her and helped her through something difficult. And that kind of spoke to me, like, on a deeper level, because I was happy that my friend found what she needed through that. And that night, Tanya came up to me with a little bookmark, and it was talking about the Malibu trip, and she's like, you should come to this. And I was like, oh yeah, maybe, like, I don't know if I can, because I'm already going on a trip this year, and that's a lot of money to spend, so I probably can't go. But then she kept inviting me to Young Life, and I just kept deciding to go a little bit more throughout the year. And she just kept being like, come to Malibu, we'll help you pay for it, come to Malibu, come with us. And I ended up working for her and doing stuff at her house to earn money, and I was able to go, and it was one of the best experiences of my life. I was in a really bad place emotionally at the time, and I was struggling with a lot of stuff, and it was kind of like a, if God is real, does he hate me kind of thing. It was a really big struggle for me at the time. So as a last ditch effort, I was like, God, if you are real, send me a sign. Send me orcas at camp. And I ended up seeing orcas from about 30 feet away on the dock, right before we were about to go out on the banana boat. And it kind of just caused a shift for me. I don't know what it was, but I was like, I asked for a sign and he sent me one. So, and while I was at camp, all of the stresses I was dealing with at the time just kind of went away. I felt at peace the most I had ever felt. I just felt relaxed, and I felt like I was in a good place. And I met some really important people to me once I ended up at camp. I met some friends that I hope I'll be able to keep for as long as I can. It was a really amazing experience for me, and I started getting back into the Bible after that, finding ways to, even if I couldn't read the Bible because I was busy, I'd find times to pray, and just my life started getting better after that moment, and everything's been going really well since.